All, I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the topic banking and finance for October month. The session will be quite interesting and important, so stay tuned with us till the end. Also students, if you are new to our channel and haven't subscribed to us, do subscribe. We are one stop solution for current affairs. We upload the daily current affairs video at 5 a.m. in the morning. We upload the weekly current affairs, monthly current affairs, and topic wise are uploaded regularly. That gives you a better understanding and helps you prepare for the long run. Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code VIKAS10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. Which country has recently become the first Caribbean nation to adopt India's popular instant payment platform UPI? It is Trinidad and Tobago, that is TNT. With this TNT, they became the first Caribbean nation to adopt the UPI. Next, which bank has recently launched the multi-currency world travel card, which allow the users to load and manage multiple currencies on a single card? It is Punjab National Bank. Right, this card supports 6 major foreign currencies, that is US dollar, euro, UAE, that is your United Arab Emirates dirham, then Britain or British pound sterling, Canadian dollar, that is CAD, and your Singapore dollar. Correct, that is your Singapore dollar. So these are the 6 currencies that are being supported here. Next, which non-banking financial company has recently partnered with RuPay to launch an equated monthly installment feature on UPI payments? So which non-banking financial company? That is your Bob Card Limited. This is the NBFC. Here the payments can be made via UPI at both online and offline merchants. And these payments can be converted into EMI at the checkout. Next, which insurance company has recently partnered with AU Small Finance Bank to offer life insurance solutions to their customers? It is Kotak Mahindra Life Insurance Company Limited. This partnership will provide AU Small Finance Bank customers to access the Kotak Life's comprehensive life insurance products that includes your long-term, that includes your retirement, saving and investment plans. Next, for which country? Our country India has recently extended a budgetary support in the form of a rollover of $15 million treasury bills for another year. That is your $50 million T-bills. It is to Maldives, right? And this extension has been granted by State Bank of India, correct? In the form of T-bills, that is your treasury bills. Next, in September, SEBI, they have allowed Dash to sell credit default swaps, a move which aimed to boost the liquidity in the corporate bond market. So SEBI, they have allowed to sell the credit default swaps in mutual fund, right? So I repeat, SEBI allowed mutual funds to sell these credit default swaps that will boost liquidity in the corporate bond market. Next, SEBI, they have introduced Dash, a process as an alternative to the reserve book building process for voluntarily delisting. So SEBI, they have introduced a fixed price process as an alternative to the reserve book building process for voluntarily delisting. As per this new framework, the promoters, they can offer to buy back all the publicly held shares at a price at least 15% higher than the fair price of the stock, and this new framework will be applicable to only those companies whose shares are frequently traded. Next, which bank has recently launched Sugam Rin Bhugtan Yojana, that is Sugam scheme. This is a one-time settlement, negotiated settlement scheme to recover non-performing retail loans. It is IDBI Bank, right? And this scheme, it runs from 2nd September 2024 to 25th of March 2025, and this scheme will provide distressed borrowers a chance to settle the dues and allow the avoiding the legal complications. Next, which organization or bank has recently provided a loan worth 31,673.79 crore rupees to Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority to fast track the development of 9 key infrastructure projects? It is PFC, that is your Power Finance Corporation, and the major amount sanctioned is 15,071 crore rupees will be allocated to specifically for Thane Borivali twin tunnel project. Do remember that also. Next, which organization recently launched a dedicated foreign portfolio investor outreach cell as a part of an alternative investment fund and foreign portfolio investors department? So which is that organization? It is SEBI, that is Securities and Exchange Board of India. This was a part of SEBI's AIF, Alternative Investment Fund, and FPI's department, that is Foreign Portfolio Investors Fund department. Next is SEBI. They have made UPI mandatory for individual investors applying for up to dash in debt security public issue from 1st of November 2025. So SEBI, they have made UPI mandatory for individual investors applying for up to 5 lakh rupees in debt security public issues. This will provide, or these provisions, they will basically be applicable from 1st of November 2024, and this will streamline the application process for the public issue of debt securities, non-convertible redeemable preference shares, municipal debt securities, and securities debt instruments. Next, as per NPCI recent notification, auto replenishment of Dash and RuPay National Common Mobility Card will no longer require the standard 24-hour pre-debit notification, right? So the auto replenishment of FASTag, that is NETC FASTag, correct, and NCMC National Common Mobility Card, they won't be requiring any 24-hour standard pre-debit notification, correct. And now you will be seeing these FASTags, they will also be linked to your satellites, right? And it will, you don't have to wait on the highways, directly using the GPS your amount will be deducted. Next, SEBI, they have recently announced a new framework to curb the excessive speculation in the dash with effect from 20th of November 2024. So it is to basically curb the excessive speculation in the stock market, right? And these new rules, they will be coming into effect from 20th November. Earlier, SEBI constituted an expert working group to review the regulatory framework to protect the investors and foster the growth of equity derivatives market. Next, which state has recently signed a memorandum of understanding with REC Limited for the financial support of 3 lakh crore rupees for the infrastructure projects? It is the Rajasthan state, right? And according to this MOU, REC Limited, they will provide a financial support of 50,000 crore rupees per annum to fund these projects, and this partnership will support the development of both power and non-power infrastructure in the Rajasthan state. Next, which financial institution has recently announced to invest over $272 million to support India's economic growth and sustainability? It is United States International Development Finance Corporation. Here, this investment includes key allocations such as $40 million loan to Mumbai, Maharashtra based APAC Financial Services Private Limited, and DFC is focusing on women empowerment through a $50 million loan to Mumbai, Maharashtra based Incred Financial Services. Next, which state has recently received $162 million loan from Asian Development Bank to enhance the tourism development? It is Himachal Pradesh, right? Himachal Pradesh is the state that has received this $162 million loan from Asian Development Bank to enhance the tourism development in areas such as the districts of Mandi, Hamirpur, Kullu, Hamirpur, Kangra. These locations, these districts will be benefited the most. Next, which ministry has recently released the new guidelines for handling delays in submitting income tax return? So it is Ministry of Finance. They have recently released the new guidelines. These new guidelines will supersede any previous guidelines and they will be coming into effect from 1st of October 2024. Right? Take a note of it. Next, SEBI, they have recently reduced the training lot size for privately placed infrastructure investment trust to how much? To 25 lakh rupees from 1 crore earlier, right? So in which these are your infrastructure investment trust, right? And SEBI, they have reduced the training lot size for them to 25 lakh rupees, that was earlier 1 crore rupees. Also, these regulations came into effect from the day of their official notification of SEBI, while some of the provisions will come into force 60 days later. Next, which NBFC has recently raised 100 crore rupees from Mizuho Bank Limited of Japan? So it is Satya Micro Capital Limited. They have recently raised 100 crore rupees from Mizuho Bank Limited of Japan. Next, name a new saving bank account that was recently launched by Bank of Baroda for high-end customers desiring premium services. It is Master Stroke, right? And Bank of Baroda also named Sachin Tendulkar as their global brand ambassador. Next, which bank has recently partnered with PhonePe to offer instant credit on UPI to its pre-approved customers through PhonePe application? It is ICICI Bank. And this strategic partnership will enable the pre-approved customers of the ICICI Bank to use the credit line facility for UPI transactions. Under this instant credit offer, eligible customers can access up to 2 lakh rupees of credit with a 45 days repayment period. Next, which organization has recently secured its largest ever foreign currency term loan of $1.265 billion? It is PFC, Power Finance Corporation Limited. Next, which NBFC has recently received the in-principle approval from SEBI to establish a mutual fund business? It is Geo Financial Services Limited. And this final approval for registration will be granted by SEBI subject to the fulfillment of the requirements by Geo Financial Services Limited and BlackRock laid out by SEBI. Next, which airline has recently partnered with SBI Cards and Payment Services to launch two co-branded credit cards, that is KrisFlyer SBI Card and KrisFlyer SBI Card Apex? It is Singapore Airlines that has recently partnered with SBI Cards and Payment Service Limited to launch these two co-branded credit cards. Next, which bank has recently partnered with the International Finance Corporation to provide a loan worth $500 million to help develop a blue finance market in India? It is Axis Bank Limited. This marks the first blue investment, correct? Blue investment is basically for the maritime economy, correct? And this marks the first blue investment by IFC in India and the first blue transaction by a financial institution in the country. Next, which NBFC has recently raised $25 million senior secured debt facility from Asian Development Bank? It is your Vivriti Capital Limited. And this is a 4-year tenure bond and is the first by an NBFC which will be used to expand their green finance portfolio. Next, SEBI, they have changed the nomination rule to allow the holders of mutual funds and demat accounts to include up to 10 nominees. Next, which bank has recently approved an in-principle loan of 15,000 crore rupees to Andhra Pradesh for developing Amravati as its capital city in collaboration with the Asian Development Bank? It is World Bank, right? The total project cost 49,000 crore rupees with 15,000 crore rupees being a soft loan from World Bank. Next, RBI, they have recently announced that it has increased the UPI 123 pay transaction limit to 10,000 rupees and the UPI wallet limit has been increased to 5,000 rupees at its 51st Monetary Policy Committee meeting, right? Next, see, for this UPI Lite, the earlier limit was 2,000 rupees, increased to 5,000 rupees. And for this UPI 123 pay transaction, it was earlier 5,000 limit, that was increased to 10,000 rupees. So the right option here becomes option first. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to some revision part for better understanding and learning. Blinkit has launched a 10-minute ambulance service that is in Gurugram. Then India will submit its fourth biennial update report to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. Then IIT Madras, they have partnered with Union Government to enhance the agriculture extension system. DPIIT, they partnered with Stride Ventures to accelerate the growth and global expansion of Indian startups. Then India's rural poverty down to 86% from 25.7% in 12 years as per the data released by SBI. Then DFS Secretary has launched revamped BankNet portal. This is an e-auction portal for the properties, as it will be a one-stop destination for all the investors who can buy property through this auction. Then India provides 5 lakh rupees aid to earthquake hit Vanuatu. Then Jammu is said to be the 69th railway division of the Indian Railways. Next, which organization has recently collaborated with Bank of India to facilitate easy financing for rooftop solar installations and establishment of electric vehicle charging station? So for rooftop rooftop photovoltaic solar panels installations and for the setup or full infrastructure of electric vehicle charging station, for this which organization has collaborated with Bank of India? It is Tata Power Solar Systems Limited. They partnered with Bank of India in order to provide financing for these two setups. Next, SEBI's chairperson Madhabi Puri Butch recently launched India's first website for passive funds, and this website was launched where? It was launched at National Stock Exchange, right? Apart from this, remember, this will facilitate comprehensive platform for retail investors, and this will allow them to, or it will help them to easily access information and understand the Indian passive industry. Next, which company has recently received the composite insurance brokering license from IRDAI? So which is that organization? It is Insurance Dekho. This license will allow this organization to offer reinsurance brokering services alongside their existing insurance brokering offering. Next, which bank has recently in partnership with Goki launched the Smart Vital Plus smartwatch for contactless payment? It is Kotak Mahindra Bank, right? This is a leading Indian private sector bank. They in partnership with smart tech enabled healthcare platform Goki, they have announced the launch of Kotak Goki Smart Vital Plus smartwatch. It is a wearable and a contactless RuPay on the go payment solution. It was powered by National Payment Corporation of India. The introductory price of this website of this watch on the website is around 3,499 rupees. Next, which bank has recently partnered with Swift to launch an artificial intelligence driven pilot to help combat payments and frauds occurring in the cross-border payments? So it is which bank? The bank is Axis Bank, right? Axis Bank partnered with Swift. Now what is Swift? Swift is Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. This AI driven pilot project is expected to provide a very secure infrastructure that will allow the financial institutions to exchange important information along with privacy preserving models. Next, Government of India and World Bank, they have recently signed how much amount agreement to construct the Green National Highway Corridor project? So, Government of India, they have recently partnered with World Bank and have signed an agreement worth $500 million, and this is basically to deploy or to make safe and green highways. Safe and green highways, right? Take a note of this. Next, which Indian firm has recently partnered with Vested Finance to offer access to global investing for Indians and NRIs? So in order to give access to or invest in India to access it global options, global sectors, global markets, it is HDFC Securities, right? They have partnered with Vested Finance to offer global investing options to Indians and NRIs. Next, Which type of cooperative banks are covered under the RBI's revised instructions on bad and doubtful debt reserve to ensure uniformity? So, which type of cooperative banks are covered? It is urban cooperative bank and state cooperative banks. These two cooperative banks are covered under the revised instructions on bad and doubtful debt reserve to ensure uniformity, right? And these revised instructions, they will act as a one time measure to provide rectification and smooth transactions to an AS compliant approach. Next, with which organization did Thomas Cook India's limited partner to launch the Rupee AED Forex card for Indian travelers visiting UAE? So, with which organization did Thomas Cook India Limited partner to launch this Rupee AED card? So, which is that organization? NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India. And this innovative Made in India initiative is a first of its kind partnership with any Indian non-banking entity. Next, SEBI directed Dash to value their investments in the 81 bonds issued by bank on yield to call basis. So, SEBI, they have directed which organization? They have directed the mutual funds to value their investment into 81 bonds issued by banks on the yield to call basis. These 81 bonds, these bonds are known as the perpetual debt instruments, which are issued by the banks to raise money and to build up their core equity capital. This yield to call, YTC, right? It is the expected return percentage by the investor. Next, Reserve Bank of India issued master directions on the treatment of willful defaulters and large defaulters to scrutinize all NPA accounts that have outstanding amounts of how much? That have an outstanding amount of 25 lakh rupees or above. Right? This will set up a transparent and non-discriminatory framework that will allow the willful defaulters and also disseminate the credit card information about the willful defaulters to the caution lenders against further financing to them, so that the people who organizations that are financing such defaulters, that thing cannot happen and more money cannot go to them because they are not even paying the money that they borrowed earlier. Next, which organization has recently entered into a bancassurance partnership with HSBC India for distribution of non-life insurance product? So, which organization entered into a bancassurance? Bancassurance is when a bank and when an insurance company partners together and the insurance company sells the insurance product to the customers of bank. So it is SBI General Insurance Company that has signed this bancassurance with HSBC India. Next, which company has recently received the certificate of registration from RBI for NBFC Investment and Credit Company? So, which company has recently received this certificate? It is L&T Finance Limited, right? Take a note of this. Next, which bank has recently partnered with Setu, owned by Pine Labs, to introduce India's first UPI focused payment platforms named UPI Setu? So, which bank has partnered with Setu here? Name that bank. Which is that bank that partnered with Setu? It is Axis Bank that has partnered with Setu, right? And it will facilitate various UPI products such as third-party validation service, EMIs, UPI autopay, QR code payments, and so on. Next, which company has recently received India's first small and medium real estate investment trust license from SEBI? So, which is that organization? It is Property Share, right? It received the license under the name of Property Share Investment Trust, and Property Share is the investment manager to PSIT. Next, which insurance company has partnered with PhonePe to provide instant term insurance to their customers? It is which organization? It is Aegas Federal Life Insurance Company, and they became the first insurance in the industry to offer instant term insurance through PhonePe platform. The users can select an amount ranging from 5 lakh rupees to 25 lakh rupees and make monthly or yearly payments that are beginning at 5,000 rupees per year.
Bengaluru to host the 15th edition of Air India 2025.
Then Amit Shah launched the Bharat Poll to streamline the red corner notices through Interpol, and it will help what? It will help the individuals who do scams in India and they go out. So to help those individuals, those culprits, and to punish them and bring back to India, this Bharat Poll was launched. Then Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla inaugurated Gandhi Darshan Art Gallery at Rajghat. Then Nadi Taranagini, the first Ayurvedic diagnostic device, gets Central Drug Standard Control Organization's approval. Node means approval. Then Suzuki to acquire 26% stake in NDDB's biogas venture. That is CSIR. They have developed a paracetamol drug indigenously. Then Center approves site for the Pranab Mukherjee's memorial at the Rajghat. Then Nitin Gadkari has announced cashless treatment scheme for road accident victims. Next is eSharam portal, now available in 22 languages. Next, on October, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, Union Minister of Railways, attended the 40th Raising Day Parade of the Dash in Nasik, Maharashtra. So he attended the 40th Raising Day Parade of what? It was the 40th Raising Day Parade of Railway Protection Force, that is RPF. Right, as the chief guest, he honored 33 Railway Protection Force personals with police medals, also with the Jeevan Raksha medals for their courageous efforts. Next, which state traditional products have recently received the GI tag by the GI registry? So recently it was Assam, correct, that recently got the GI tag for 8 products. These 8 products are the traditional food items, unique varieties of rice beer, right, and that reflects the practices of a Bodo tribe. Correct, take a note of this. Products such as Johu Gishi, Nafam, Ondla, Guakha, Narzi, these are the some products here. Next, which organization or ministry has recently launched Anna Darpan, a new digital platform that will replace the Depot online system? So it is FCI, Food Corporation of India. They have recently launched this Anna Darpan, a new digital platform that will replace the Depot online system. Next, the Department of Telecommunication in collaboration with TSP has recently introduced an advanced system design to identify and block incoming international soup calls. So what does this TSP stands for? TSP is your telecom service provider. So P here stands for provider. Right, this system will identify and block the incoming international calls that are designed to show Indian mobile numbers, and this mechanism will be crucial for preventing various scams that are happening. Next, which institute has been awarded with the accreditation 689-90-N by the Capacity Building Commission under the National Standards for Civil Service Training Institutes? So which is that institute? It is your Regional Labour Institute of Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and it has received the certificate of accreditation with the grading of Uttam. So remember this also. Next, for which disease the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare announced significant enhancements to nutritional support under Niksha Poshan Yojana? So under TB, that is tuberculosis, it affects your lungs, right? And here under this 1000 rupees per month per patient will be provided for their treatment. Next, which state has recently become the first state in India to implement a new administrative structure called co-districts? So this co-districts has been implemented by Assam and became the first state in India to launch such a co-district initiative, right? Such 21 such co-districts were launched across Assam with an aim of bringing governance and administrative work closer to the citizens' home. This will basically streamline the delivery of various services such as certificate issuing, ration cards, land permits, government approvals, and many more. Next, in which state Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently virtually laid the foundation stone for the development projects in the state worth 7,600 crore rupees? It is Maharashtra state, right? And here remember, PM Modi also laid the foundation stone for the upgradation of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar International Airport, that is in Nagpur, Maharashtra, with an estimate cost of 7,000 crore rupees. He also laid the foundation stone of the new integrated terminal building at Shirdi Airport, costing over 645 crore rupees. Next, which country has recently been officially declared free from trachoma, a contagious bacterial infection, by the World Health Organization? It is our India, and our country became the third country in Southeast Asian region after Nepal and Myanmar to achieve this feat to be becoming free from trachoma. Next, in which state India's first modern Gaushala with biocomposed natural gas plant was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi? So, where is this new modern Gaushala located? It is located in Madhya Pradesh. Take a note of this, right? And this Gaushala is established over in 2 hectares of area. Next, who has recently inaugurated the major atmospheric Chernikov Experiment Observatory, that is Asia's largest and the world's highest imaging Chernikov Observatory at Honle, Ladakh. So, Dr. Ajit Kumar Mohati has inaugurated this major atmospheric Chernikov Experiment Observatory, that is Asia's largest and world's highest imaging Chernikov Observatory in Honle, लद्दाख. होमवर्क सेक्शन है. पहला क्वेश्चन है, किंग कप इंटरनेशनल बैडमिंटन ओपन में किसने ब्रॉन्ज मेडल जीता एंड गोल्ड मेडल किसने जीता, ये बताओ. ब्रॉन्ज मेडल का हिंट देता हूँ, ये हमारे इंडियन बैडमिंटन प्लेयर हैं. दूसरा जाता है, वर्ल्ड रैपिड चेस चैंपियनशिप को कौन जीता, कौन विनर रहा यहाँ पे वर्ल्ड, वो बताओ. एंड थर्ड, एंड ये क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है ये भी बताओ, गुड गवर्नेंस डे कब ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है, डेट बताओ. एंड उसका कौन सा एडिशन ऑब्जर्व किया गया ये बताओ. एंड क्यों ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है ये भी नीचे कमेंट करके बताओ. सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर द डे स्टूडेंट्स. सेशन पसंद आए तो वीडियो को लाइक ज़रूर करना. मैक्सिमम टू मैक्सिमम मुझे लाइक्स चाहिए इस वीडियो पे.